Have you ever wondered what happens when a person is pushed to the edge of fear? When survival seems impossible, yet faith whispers fight back? This is not just a story at S, a journey into the darkness of the human soul where courage is born in the face of terror. In a small, mist-covered town on the edge of the English countryside lived a man named Elyas Kaelen. Elyas was not a soldier, not a hero. He was just an ordinary man, known for his quiet nature, strength, and bravery. Yet behind his calm face, he carried scars no one could see. One cold evening, as the wind howled and the trees groaned like they were alive, Elyas decided to take the forest path home. The townsfolk warned him, "Never walk through the woods after dark. Strange things happen there," but Elyas believed fears were only in the mind. Halfway through, the lantern he carried flickered out. The forest grew silent, eerily silent. Then he heard it a whisper. Not the wind, not the trees. A whisper calling his name. Elyas. His heart pounded like a drum. The air grew colder, heavy, as if pressing down on him. The shadows around him stretched and twisted, taking on unnatural shapes. It felt like something was watching him, following him. Fear, cold and clammy, crept up his spine, but he tried to shake it off. Then he heard the whisper again, this time closer, more distinct. "Run, Elyas, run." At first he thought it was his imagination, the trick of an overactive mind. But when the whisper came again right beside him, he knew he had to take action. Turning tail and running was the most natural reaction, and as he ran he called out, "Who's there? Show yourself." But the only reply was the rustle of leaves and the pounding of his own heart. Suddenly, the undergrowth in front of him rustled violently. Something was there, something big. Startled, Elyas changed direction, plunging deeper into the woods. Branches whipped at his face, and the thorns tore at his clothes, but he didn't care. Just wanted to get away from the sound, from the feeling of being hunted. And then he saw it, standing in the faint light filtering through the trees. It was tall, faceless, cloaked in darkness. Its presence seemed to suck the light and warmth out of the surrounding. Its voice when it spoke was cold, like knives scraping stone. "You cannot escape. You are weak. You have always been weak." Elyas froze. Terror, sharp and icy, pierced through him. Images of his life flashed before his eyes, moments of weakness, of fear, of failure. Each memory a fresh wound, each a testament to his perceived shortcomings. But as quickly as the terror hit, another feeling arose within him, a whisper, a voice that seemed to come from the very core of his being. "Do not be afraid. Remember, the strongest battles are fought inside the mind. Think like a fighter, not a victim." With a Herculean effort, Elyas turned around. Couldn't outrun this fear, this thing. He had to confront it, had to stand his ground. Taking a deep breath, he forced himself to calm down. His voice shook, but he forced it to be firm. "You are not real. You are my fear. And tonight, I end you." The shadow recoiled as if stung. The ground trembled. The trees swayed violently as if in response to some unseen force. The faceless figure let out a deafening roar, a sound filled with rage and disbelief. For a moment, Elyas felt despair claw at him. Was he really going to be able to do this? But then he thought of the townspeople, of their families, of the life that awaited him back home. He thought of the countless battles faced and won by his ancestors, their courage echoing in his veins. And with that realization, a surge of power coursed through him. The darkness writhed and shrieked, but Elyas stood firm. He wouldn't run. He wouldn't hide. He would stay right there until the dawn broke through the canopy and chased away the darkness. And slowly, miraculously, the darkness began to recede. The tremor subsided, the whispering ceased. And when the first rays of sunlight touched his face, the forest was silent. Elyas emerged from the woods, shaken but resolute. The townsfolk, upon seeing him, rushed to his side, their faces etched with worry. They bombarded him with questions, but all he could do was shake his head. He couldn't explain what he had seen, what he had fought. That night, Elyas went home, not as the same man who had entered the woods. He walked with a newfound strength, a resilience forged in the fires of fear and doubt. The battle he fought that night was not just against an external enemy, but against the darkest corners of his own soul. he realized something powerful. The true warrior mindset is not about fighting others, but fighting yourself, fighting your doubts, your fears, your weaknesses. Because the biggest enemy often lives inside your head. And once you conquer that, no darkness can defeat you.